Okay, so right now I'm going to show you my tenor saxophone. And the tenor saxophone is the third largest saxophone. There's a soprano, there's an alto, and then there is a tenor saxophone, okay? So we have the body of the instrument here. We have the neck of the instrument here. And we have a mouthpiece right here, okay? But the mouthpiece needs something. Do you see that big hole right there? I need a reed. I need a reed to place on that. A reed is made out of wood or bamboo, and it is shaved really super thin. I don't know if you can tell, but you can actually like almost see light right through that tip, okay? And the thing that gets some kids is you have to actually put this in your mouth to get it wet. Otherwise, it doesn't work really well. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in my mouth to get it a little wet while I get the rest of my instrument pieces out. Okay, so to put my mouthpiece together, I take my reed and I put it onto my mouthpiece, lining that up as much as I can. And I'll know if I get a good seal, actually. I put my hand under here and I suck on the top of that. And if it does that, I know I've got the seal right. So then I take this is called a ligature, and I put it carefully over that. And I just messed up my seal, so I'm going to have to check that again. All right, so I'm going to check the seal first. Looks good. And then I just tighten the ligature over the reed and the mouthpiece, and that keeps it all together. Kind of sounds like a duck call. It's pretty loud, actually. And I'm going to put that on the end of my neck of my saxophone. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that on the top here of my body of the saxophone. And I line it up so that the neck goes back from the bell, okay? So now I have my saxophone, and similar to the flute, I do not put my fingers everywhere, okay? It's kind of got that same shape at the top. I skip that key, okay, but I don't hit that one. My thumb goes on the back, just resting there, but I can play that key there. My right hand wraps around, and I actually hook it underneath there to help support the saxophone. And then I take the bottom three there that I play, and then my pinky can play here or here. And this is what a saxophone sounds like, a tenor saxophone. So I brought the camera out a little bit so you can see the whole saxophone as I play, okay? I'm going to go ahead and do that scale again. And it does go higher. And actually the fingering is the same for that. It's just to get the higher octave, I actually push this little key. It's called the octave key. And that brings up the sound higher. So here's a song, part of a song that my grandfather taught me. This is actually my grandfather's saxophone. He used to play on it with dance bands back in the 1930s and 40s, so a long time ago. So I moved the camera a little so you can get a better look at the saxophone with my fingers. So that's a song called Misty, and that's the tenor saxophone. Hope you enjoyed it. The saxophone is part of the woodwind family. Now that might be a little confusing because this one happens to be made out of brass. And the saxophone's really never been made out of wood. However, because you play it with two hands, it requires two hands, it has keys, and it has a mouthpiece with a reed. All right, that single reed, that's what makes it the woodwind, okay? And the single reed and the woodwind instruments, except for the flute, they all go into your mouth, okay? I don't know that I really showed that well. So here's how my mouth goes on that. I curve my lower lip as I put that on there, and then I'm doing that kind of with my chin area, my lip there, to make that sound. So the saxophone is part of the woodwind family. Don't forget it.